Hi, thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. What we're going to do here is cover the Workspot design concepts. So this playbook is intended for MSPs, partners, and customers that want to deploy Workspot, anywhere from a simple lab environment to a full-blown enterprise solution. So what we'll do here is walk through the fundamental design concept and show you how it'll scale out. So we'll start with our basic design concept, and we'll refer to these as single box designs. And in this single box design, the box is represented with this blue box in the middle. So you can think of that as a dedicated Azure subscription, a dedicated Google project, or a dedicated AWS member account. And so this is dedicated to a Workspot deployment. And on the left-hand side, we see the Workspot control plane, which makes that microservice connection into that dedicated box. And from there, that's the API channel that's used to provision the resources from a template. So the IT admin would log into the Workspot control plane, which is separated from the data plane, a very important security consideration. And from there, what they'll do is they'll do their, configure their pools, and the provisioning commands will go down to the cloud provider, and then they'll start to appear. Now, in the bottom here, we have the end user. The end user has a Workspot client, and we also have a web client. They can click on that, connect to a secure gateway that's also located in that box. And additionally, as we scale to different regions, we put those gateways in the different regions as appropriate. And when they make that connection, they get access to the resources that they were entitled to, and that session comes straight back down to the end user. A high-level summary of this single box design is a customer just needs a simple self-contained EUC solution. It's a great starting point for a customer or an MSP that needs a battle-tested EUC delivery platform that just works. Workspot's been using this for the last 6 or 7 years, and we have many customers using this today. The foundational design concept is hyper-scalable, multiple regions within that single box. We can even add in multiple different clouds, so Workspot Control can connect to each of those clouds, and we'll get into those more advanced design concepts a little later on. This is great when each customer would have their own dedicated Workspot control, and they connect to their own dedicated IaaS or MSP hosted IaaS. So however, if an MSP is going to use this, they could give a customer each their own control tenant and then connect it to whatever IaaS they need to connect it to. And again, if networking is needed to other resources, which is quite common, we'll refer to those two box designs. So the how-to is start at community.workspot.com. That's where you'll find our getting started material for the different clouds that you're interested in delivering this solution on. And for uses, this standard design concept is good for MSPs, partners, like I said earlier, and self-service customers, also demo environments, training labs. And MSPs could also consider this design concept if they want to host multiple smaller customers in a single control and a single box. So there's possibilities to do things along those lines as well. So currently GCP, AWS EC2, AWS Core, and Azure are the cloud providers that we support. We also support on-premises if you're running vSphere or Nutanix. That's a bit out of the scope of this design, but it would fundamentally be the same, and you could actually scale into that as well.